welcome to my channel. Today we are going to be doing a dark lip and a dramatic eye, something light and smoky. So I'm going to start with my eyebrows, just filling those in. I like to start with my eyebrows because that's what really frames your face and kind of sets up the palette for the entire look that you're going for. So after I've drawn my eyebrows on or filled them in, I go back through with a concealer that's about a shade and a half lighter than my skin tone to just clean them up and make them look more arched, a little higher. Now I'm going to go through and prep my eyelids with the NYX Cosmetics Jumbo Liner Pencil in Milk. I'm sure you guys have seen this before. I'm just putting that all over my lids. Then I'm going to use this blush by MAC. I think it's called Fever, and I just put that all over in my crease area. Make sure I blend it up into my brow bone. And then I'm using Embark by MAC in my outer V. And this next color, I'm not certain of the name of it, but it's also by MAC. Sorry, I can't remember the name. It's a nice, pretty color, though. So we are going to blend all of those colors together, make sure it's nice and it's pretty and they look like they belong on one face. Next, I am taking Pink Champagne to put in my tear duct. That is also by MAC. And I'm making sure that's well blended. And I like putting a little bit of light shimmer in my tear duct because it just makes my eyes look even bigger. So yes, just continue to blend, make sure it's all together. And then we go to liner. I am using the NYX liner gun. I'm sure you guys have seen it in your store and wondered if it works. It's perfect. Love it. You want to make sure your line is nice and even all the way through. If you need me to do a tutorial on wing liner, I'd be happy to. And it's okay if you mess up a little. You could always use concealer to make that line even more precise. I do it all the time. So now I'm going to go ahead and apply my foundation. I am using Lancome Tint Idol in color 550. I think it's called Warm Suede. And I'm applying that with the Beauty Blender and just dapping it all over my face. And I have some hyperpigmentation around my mouth, so I just always add a little extra concealer around that area to make sure everything blends. Now comes the fun part, and we get to bake. I know I didn't show up putting me on, but this is where you just put on your powder. I use banana powder by Ben Nye, and you let it sit for a couple of minutes, then you wipe it off. So that's what you were seeing, and now I'm adding my contour. I am just using the same espresso color because it works, and I'm pretty dark, so it's hard for me to find the right shade. Now I'm taking a little bit of concealer and going under where I contour just to make that more precise and that line more even and pristine. Now I'm blending it out with some of that same blush that I used on my eyes earlier, and that is Fever again by, it's actually Raisin. Yeah, it's Raisin by MAC. And again, just blending it all in, making sure it's all even and everything is laid and where it's supposed to be. Now I'm going to go ahead and apply some bronzer. Bad thing about this bronzer, don't know where you can get it because I don't think it's out anymore. I've had this forever and I love it. It is by MAC and it's just a loose bronzer. It's everything. I wish it was still around and you can get some. Now I'm just using my Sigma brush to apply that. Making sure it's well blended. And you want to put your bronzer on the high areas of your cheeks. So you see cheekbones, middle of the forehead, bridge of the nose, right under the lips. Just to bring more attention to that area. And you want the light to reflect off of you appropriately. Now I'm just going to go back in and kind of make that contour area a little bit darker because I do want to really carve out my cheeks and get that more chiseled look. That's really what I'm going for here. So I'm going in a little bit heavier than you might want to. But for the look I was going for, this was perfect. Now I'm just going to go back in and kind of reaffirm my eyebrows, because after all of the stuff I put in my face, they got a little faded. And for this, I'm using Brow Zing by Benefit Cosmetics in the dark brown. Then just clean them up, make sure all the hairs are going the right way and everything gets pretty. So now I'm using some concealer that I got from MAC. I do not remember the shade, but it's lighter than the shade that I used earlier, and it's really going to kind of amplify the brows and make them look super high and super polished. And I'm just going in and blending that in. I use this instead of using like a color under my eye, frankly, because I haven't found one that I like enough. So this is my look, and now I'm going to add my lip. I am using Train Blue by NARS Cosmetics. Yes, NARS Cosmetics, and it is a lip pencil. I love it. Now I'm going to add some lashes, and these are lashes by iLord. This is the Vegas Nay collaboration that they did. I don't know the name of the lashes though. So I just added a little bit of lash to the lash line, let it get tacky for about 30 seconds, and then attached it with my tweezers. Now I'm just going to go back in, add a little more liner. Face check. Yeah, I think it's looking pretty good. Spray a little Fix Plus. And now I'm going to add some color to my lower lash line. And I am just using a nice shade of purple from the Morphe palette. I wish I had shown you guys what color this was. But this is the finished product. Yay! I hope you guys enjoyed my video. And I hope you subscribe and be on the lookout for more. Thank you guys so much for tuning in.